Kane?
Here.
Janer? Here. Scott?
Here.
Waters?
Here.
Moore?
Here. Please stand for a moment of silent prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Environmental Advisory Board, Corinne Erickson, sorry. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to serve, please.
Hi, so my name is Corinne. I'm a regional planner at Simcoe. I have a background in environmental studies, and I've been looking for ways to kind of get involved with the community and volunteer my time. So I thought this would be a good way to get involved.
Question.
I have one. So one thing that often comes up, especially when it comes to the EAB, is how to better get businesses to get involved with green initiatives. Do you have any ideas on how we can better reach out to businesses to get them to advocate for some of those?
The first thing that comes to mind is maybe partnering with, the Chamber of Commerce in different ways. I think of newsletters, social media. That is an interesting question. I can see why that would be a big challenge.
Thank you. Thank you very much for applying.
Other questions?
Yeah, glad to see you getting more involved. Welcome to town. Well, it's been a little while now, but.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Thank you. Why don't you talk to Mr. Lindblom on your way out and tell him when he's on a big construction site, he needs one dumpster for recycling, one dumpster for regular garbage then.
Amen.
All right. Human rights, Ali Hunai? How do you pronounce your last name? Because I just butchered it, I'm sure.
My last name is El Juhani.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you'd like to serve.
And sir, you're going to have to speak into the microphone with that mask on. Thank you.
I moved to Sioux City from New York City in 2018, and I have been working here since then. My first interaction with the city level was at New York City at Councilmember Idani's office. I work at Mercy and at a startup as well. Why did I apply? Because there's two things that I can bring to the table. The first one is that I am obsessed with improving the internal process of anything that I'm working on. And the second thing is that I am outcome driven. So I always want to see outcomes.
And you work at Mercy?
Yes.
And when did you start there?
2020.
Questions?
Thanks for making the application.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Consent agenda today is items 3 through 12C. Consider them to pass unanimously unless a separate roll call vote is asked for by a council member. If you want to speak on an item, please come up as I read that and state your name and address of the record. If you want to speak on an item not on the agenda, please come up under citizen concerns. I'll move the consent agenda.
Second.
3 is the reading of the City Council minutes of October 10th, 2022. 4 is a resolution adopting a payment policy for electric services at city ball fields leased with concession facilities. 5 is a resolution approving a grant agreement from Iowa Homeland Security and Emergency Management. 6 is a resolution adopting plans and specs for the Kings Highway Reconstruction Project.
I have a question on that, Mayor. Will this project, Dave, include sidewalks?
There are sidewalks on one side of the street.
There will be on the one
Yes.
side? Okay.
Yeah, the other side's got some retaining walls and other.
You've got the right-of-way for that?
Yes,
Pretty narrow now.
it is. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
7 is a resolution authorizing payment to environmental services for asbestos abatement at 722 Nebraska Street. 8 are items 8A and B are resolutions approving Leeds and Riverside Corridor Facade Improvement Program funding. 9 are actions relating to agreements and contracts. A is a resolution approving a consulting services agreement with INS Group for the well number 2 replacement project. B is a resolution approving amendment number 1 to the service provider agreement with certified testing services for the ongoing utilities flat work project. C is a resolution approving an agreement with First Data Merchant Services for food and beverage point of sale hardware and software.
Mayor, is there anyone from staff for this, on this item? I have a couple of questions, or just a couple of comments on this. First of all, thank you for laying out how you decided who you wanted to do business with. But the things that jumped out at me, this is on 9C, correct? I don't want to talk on another item. A new updated system will increase transaction speed by allowing cashiers a better system for placing orders, customers to check themselves out via credit card, and overall better customer management. The better customer management is what I really liked, where we can get a faster service, because it's really frustrating for the long lines. It's frustrating for those that serve and those that are waiting to be served. And I was really pleased to see that that's going to result in a faster service, hopefully shorter lines. So I just want to thank you for presenting this to us for consideration.
You're very welcome. We're very excited about it.
Tender purchasing, A is a resolution awarding a purchase order to AgriVision Equipment for the John Deere Gator. B is a resolution awarding a purchase order to Ed Stivers Ford for a Ford F-150 4x4 half-ton pickup. C is a resolution directing the city manager to purchase property insurance with Mills, Shellhammer, Pitts, and Associates. 11 are applications for beer and liquor license. 12 is boards and commissions and committee minutes. On item 10A, they bid $4,000 on a trade-in. You guys always forget to come back and tell us, Spiro, what you get for that. You never did tell us on the John Deere tractor. I had to go to find it myself. I want to know what this thing brings on. I think that you guys have to, you put it on there and you think you're going to get it and then you don't, and then we don't get a good deal. So I want to make sure you get at least $4,000. So when that finally sells, because you said on that John Deere you were going to get 30, and the last I looked, it was only at 15,000 a while back. So
Guarantee with the auctions, if you want to accept the 4,000.
I know you can't guarantee, but if you keep saying that you should put it on the auction because it does better and it doesn't, then you should look at trading it in. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's why the option is, if you want us to trade it in, we'll trade it in.
Now, Dave, I'm not trying to be argumentative. I'm just saying do 5 or 6 pieces of equipment, see if it brings what you think it's going to bring. If it doesn't, then we're better off to trade it in because you at least know what your mark is that way. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, no problem.
Hey, Dave, on this item too, were you surprised that you sent out 7 requests and only received 1?
Yeah, we were a little surprised, but I think one of the things was because we were looking for a gas instead of a diesel, or a diesel, not a gas.
Diesel?
Yeah.
And it was because the plant only has a diesel fuel tank down there. They don't have a separate gas, so they would have to have a separate gas one, or bring a 5 gallon down at a time to fill it up.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Call the roll.
O'Kane?
Aye.
Shaner?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Waters?
Aye.
Moore?
Aye.
Appointments to boards and commissions. I move 13, which is a motion appointing James Wharton to the Library Board of Trustees.
Second?
Shaner?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
Waters?
Aye.
Moore?
Aye.
Hearing 14 is a hearing and resolution adopting amendment number 2 to the amended and restated combined Floyd River Urban Renewal Plan property at northwest corner of Leach Avenue and Cunningham Drive. I'll
I'm
move
going to
that.
stop you for a minute.
Second.
You didn't call O'Kane. Aye.
Did I skip you?
How did that happen?
I don't know. It hurt my feelings a little bit, though. I'm going to let it go.
O'Kane?
Aye.
Okay, sorry.
I move 14.
Second?
Hearing's now open. Anyone to be heard? Seeing,
This is a big deal, isn't it? With the development. It's exciting to see this. And there'll be both a development agreement and a minimum assessment agreement that will be coming back to council. Is that correct?
yes,
Due time?
that's the Avery one.
Chris? 13,500 square foot facility and an estimated cost of $3 million. Well, you'll be coming back to us with a development agreement?
Yes.
And a minimum?
Chris Myers, Economic Development
Investment agreement.
Specialist. Yeah, we will be bringing that back. There were some issues with the site plan that they were looking at compared to the new construction that will likely happen around the Gordon Drive Viaduct. So the architect was going to go back and make some revisions to that. We just kind of wanted to have all that squared away before we brought the development agreement in.
Sure.
So this is just, this item today is just amending the urban renewal areas or the urban renewal plan so that we can proceed with the development agreement in the future.
Take advantage of the economic development tool of TIF with the taxes.
Exactly, yeah.
Excellent, thank you.
Anyone else be heard? Hearing is now closed.
Scott?
Aye.
Waters?
Aye.
Moore?
Aye.
O'Kane?
Aye.
Shaner?
Aye.
Citizen concerns. Any citizen to be heard? Seeing none, council concerns? I won't forget you, Mr. O'Kane. Go ahead.
Thank.
There is
Oh,
something.
wait. Mr. Lindblom has something.
Council members, Tom Lindblom, 4131 Lincoln Way. There's a city ordinance dated in 2017, 17.28.240 about containers and storage containers sitting on the street, how they have to be marked properly and have to have a certificate of insurance filed with the city. So if there's any accident or anything, the city's not held liable on the deal. Here are pictures of dumpsters that I had to take this weekend. Only one of the group is correct.
That'd be yours?
That'd be mine.
Okay.
This is a deal I got from the city, and I also gave a copy of that to Gordon Farr, which I don't know what he did with it, but he's not enforcing it. The one little green dumpster sitting on South Paxton in a no parking zone on this side of the street. I called the police department or the whatever, communications, and I told them about it. And they said, well, so what's the deal? I said, it's parked in, there's no parking on this side of the street, and the dumpster's not properly marked according to city specifications. She says, well, I don't think we'll have anything to do with that. And about 5-6 years ago, I got a call from the same communications deal that an officer didn't like where I put a dumpster on the corner of South Cypress and Glen Avenue, which was 20 feet back from the stop sign, and I had to remove the container or else he was going to have it towed. This was on a Saturday. They're threatening me with this, but they're not doing anything about the other stuff.
Who enforces it?
Pardon?
I'm asking her who enforces it.
Well, Gordon's supposed to, and then code enforcement's supposed to, and who writes citations? Police? Code enforcement?
Dave, is that correct? Who enforces it?
Pardon?
I was asking our Public Works Director.
Yeah, Gordon typically takes complaints, and I know he's dealt with several of them, and I know a new company opened up with containers, and we went through trying to get them, and I was just texting him because he said he thought they had them properly marked, but we can go out and check that again. But that would be Paul Koskovich bought 38 containers, I think, recently.
It's not only Murphy Koskovich, it's Waste Management, it's Gill Hauling, Carrier Container Corporation out of Ottawa, Terry/American out of Ottawa, Gill, Stapleton, and Rockpile. The one picture that shows Rockpile is on 29th and Douglas, or 20 between 27th and 29th on Douglas.
And I know in the past we've cited Terry's several times. They're difficult to deal with.
Who's that?
Terry's out of Ottawa.
Well,
He sold it to somebody, and now it's American, but they still all say Terry's on
Well,
it.
Terry owns it.
Yeah.
What my suggestion is, if I go to Lamar's to do anything, I have to pay a $500 a year permit. If I go to Sioux Falls, I have to have a permit. But everybody comes in here and there's no permitting, no nothing, and Gordon has no idea who's even here.
Is there a fee for Sioux Falls as well?
I can't.
Is there a fee at Sioux Falls? to get your permit?
I don't know what the fee is.
Oh.
That they issue a permit that goes on the truck that's supposed to be, I forgot Kuchel.
Yeah, don't forget him.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, there's so many days they have to be on the street before we require them to file a permit with us. And I don't think there's a cost.
But we must have to require the insurance. We don't want them just setting them everywhere.
And can they fit 'em
Especially
where
for
there's no
like a guy
parking?
like me that rents them. I don't want that thing, me to be drug into a
then you're
lawsuit that I
liable.
think
Yep.
that the
I agree.
city's enforcing.
And I'm not sure who, we're always usually just dealing with the issue in the right of way. I don't think our office is dealing with the insurance issues or I don't know who they're supposed to file the insurance with. I know we're not.
Well, I don't know, but we'll get you an answer.
I was going to say we can at least get to the bottom of it and let you know.
Yeah, Sioux Falls order has a
There's no insurance?
hauling unit that you have to have displayed on your truck. And every truck you pay a fee for and that. So,
That way you know that you're passed or you're
Yeah.
approved or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Because every dumpster I have has been marked properly. And those pictures I'd like to have back.
Someone else sent me that picture of that one on Paxton, a citizen did. Your same one. Or that green one on Paxton.
On Paxton between Transit. and
Yeah,
Fourth
someone else. I
Avenue.
was going to talk to Gordon today at council about it, but he's not here anyway, so it's not just you.
Tom, do you think that the major thing missing is the reflective
The reflective
tape, which is important? That's a safety issue.
I'm probably the only one that files an insurance certificate with the city. I have to do it for my portable toilets.
Okay.
And, it covers my dumpsters also.
All right,
All
give
I
us,
want to do is just have a level playing field.
Everyone the same.
And that one little green dumpster, I don't even know where he's from.
It just says rent me on it.
Remsen?
No, it says
Rent me.
rent me. It doesn't say where it's from. Oh, yeah, it does. It says Midwest is the name of it.
But it doesn't say where he's out of. Rumor has it he's out of Remsen.
all right, let's do give us a couple weeks to look at it. I'm sure Nicole will be talking to you.
You do have my phone number.
I do.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, now, Mr. O'Kane.
Only thing on my list for this week, Tuesday, 6 p.m., Unity in the Community, the Fall Educational Forum at the museum.
When is that?
It is 6 o'clock on Tuesday,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And the topic is depression?
Yep,
Topic is depression, mental health,
That's at the museum.
at the museum, yeah.
downtown at the museum. I was going to say that, so I have nothing today.
Well, I missed last week. I apologize. I wasn't able to be here. I had to travel for an event. But I did want to just express some of my thoughts and concerns that we have. I think we all know by now about the exodus of Tyson's headquarters out of our community. I think that's going to be an extraordinary loss. I don't know about the rest of you, but I've found myself thinking about that group quite a bit ever since that announcement, and just thinking about the impact that they have made on this community, the imprint that they have left, but also then the struggle that the people that work there are going to have making that decision. of whether they're going to be able to uproot their family or have to do that, or where they're going to be, or what they're going to be doing over the next 6 months. So I think I just wanted to express my thoughts that I think that's a really trying time. While I appreciate everything that Tyson has done for this community, my main focus is that we retain those workers that would like to stay here as much as possible. I think we need to be proactive in doing everything we can to work with other industries and companies to show them that if they would like to stay in our community, a place where they call home, that we have a path for that, and we have hopefully some opportunities for them. And so I want to give them every opportunity to be able to stay in this community that they've called home for however many years as a part of this company. I wish Tyson well, but really it's the people that I care about and hope they can stay in this community and help continue to make it thrive. So I just wanted to at least share my thoughts on that.
Yeah, that came up last week as well, under council concerns, and the mayor talked about leadership roles within the Siouxland community and who should be stepping up to the plate, showing some leadership as to what should be done. But your remarks are well taken, well made. So thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Anything else for the council?
Sad. No, yeah, sorry. That was, I'm sure there are lots of other things, but no, that's all I had today. I wanted to cover.
Nothing further, Mayor.
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Waters?
Aye.
Moore?
Oh, I did have one thing.
Too late.
Am I too late? Please, 3 minutes?
Oh, no. Mayor?
No, this got buried in my homework. I'm sorry. Did you have, I seconded that too, didn't I? Discussion on adjourning. This is under discussion on adjourning. No, I wanted to show appreciation to Teresa Fitch, Finance Director, for giving us the quarterly report on American Rescue Plan spending status. And I think it's important for the citizens and residents to know how we're spending the $40 million. So if I read Teresa's report correctly, and I think I did, under public health, negative economic impacts, there are 4 projects. 3 of those are completed. And the one that is not, that we're working on, is affordable housing development. Under sewer, we have 6 projects. 2 of those are completed. And we have some unidentified wastewater treatment plant projects as well. Under water, we have 6 projects going on. Stormwater, 2 projects. Broadband, the council has agreed for now that this will be a zero balance. So the amount allotted is $40,618,687. The amount spent to date is $10,508,537. So Teresa, I want to let her know that I appreciate the scorecard and the update, and I'm appreciative of Bob Padmore for giving us the quarterly updates as well. Thank you.
Now,
Aye.
okay.
For adjourning. No one's probably ever
Are we ending
addressed
the
adjourning.
discussion, or, yeah.
That's the end of the discussion, yes.
O'Kane?
Aye.
Shaner?
Aye.
Scott? Did I get everybody?
Aye.
I think so.
Thanks, Lisa.
I got to have a rhythm. I don't have a rhythm today.